Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jackie and today I am here to do the end of the year book tag. So this tag was originally created by Ariel Bissett. I will leave her channel as well as the original video down below if you guys would like to check that out. I was not personally tagged by anybody, but it did seem like a lot of fun. It's been going around on BookTube for the past couple of weeks, so I figured I would do it myself. So I'm going to jump right in and get started. So the first question is, are there any books you started this year that you need to finish? So there is one, and that is the Bean Chronicles. This is by Cassandra Clare, Sarah Brennan, and Maureen Johnson. This is a collection of short stories that follows Magnus Bane, who is a high warlock in the world of the Shadowhunters. And this is one I started back in September on audio, and I got about, I want to say like 25% through it when I had to return to the library. I also was not in a Shadowhunters mood. I had a really bad experience with one of the books in the World Ultimates series, so I definitely was like just not in the mood to read anything from the world at that point. So this is one that I do want to return to because I was really enjoying it at the time. So I'm hoping to get to that this month. I do have it on my November TBR, so we'll see what happens. Question number 2 is, are there any books that, do you have an autumnal book that will transition you to the end of the year? So for this question, I actually have 2 answers, and the first one I have is Stealing Snow. This is by Danielle Page. This is a retelling of the Snow Queen by Hans Christian Andersen. And this follows our main character Snow, who at the beginning of the book is in a psychological hospital, and she has been kind of having these dreams about a tree, I believe, in a far off land, and she finds out that she has magical abilities or something along those lines. This is one of the Cruise Utopia Book Club picks for last year, and it definitely sounded right up my alley, so I'm hoping to get to that this year. And then the other one should be no surprise to anybody, and that's Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone by J.K. Rowling. I want to reread this sometime next month. I like to do a reread of Harry Potter every year. I didn't get the chance to do it this year, so hoping to hop on it in December. The third question I have is there a new release that you are still waiting for? Off the top of my head, as far as books that are still being released this year, I don't have any. I'm going to choose one that is being released next year, and that is Zenith. This is by Sasha Alsberg and Lindsay Cummings. Sasha Alsberg and Lindsay Cummings are both booktubers, and I love their channels. And this is their science fiction YA debut, and I don't know much about it. I know it has to do with kick-ass female space pirates, so I am definitely excited to check that out when it comes out in January. Question number 4 is, are there any books you want to read before the end of the year? I have 3 for this one, and those are, the first one is Tower of Dawn, and this is by Sarah J. Maas. It's the 6th book in the Throne of Glass series. This came out in September, and it was my most anticipated release of this year. I love the Throne of Glass series. I have a full review of the entire series. I will have it linked down below if you guys are interested in hearing more of my thoughts. But this is the 6th book that follows Cale's perspective during the events of Empire of Storms, which was the 5th book, and I have heard nothing but good things about it since the release, so I am definitely excited to hop on into it when I get the chance. The next 2 books were also they were on my top 10 books I want to read in 2017 video, which I'll have linked down below. First one is The Book Thief, and this is by Marcus Zuzak. This is a very beloved historical fiction novel that follows a young girl who is living in World War II, I believe Germany, I could be wrong, and she goes around and steals books that the Nazis are trying to burn. Like I said, this is a very beloved book here on BookTube, so I definitely want to check it out. It's on, again, this is one that's on my TBR for this month. I'm hoping to get to it next after I finish the book I'm currently reading. And the other book that I have for this question is The Hidden Oracle, which is book 1, the Trials of Apollo series by Rick Riordan. This is the sequel to the Percy Jackson series that follows the god Apollo, who has been sent to Earth by his father Zeus, I should say, and he is sent down as a mortal boy for something that has happened at the end of the Heroes of Olympus series, and he is pretty much there as punishment. He is sent to Camp Half-Blood, where we see a ton of our favorite characters from the Percy Jackson series as well as Heroes of Olympus, and I can't wait to jump into this. I have almost finished reading every single Rick Riordan book that has been released, so I'm hoping to finish off at least part of the series in the next month. The next question is, sorry, just scrolling through. The question is there a book that you could still shock you and become your favorite book of the year? For this one, I actually had a hard time coming up with an answer. For this, I'm actually going to go with The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern. This is another very beloved book here on BookTube. Everybody has read it, and I feel like I am missing out. I know this is a fantasy novel that follows a circus and follows two magicians who are kind of being put into a competition to be the top magician. That's what I'm getting from the synopsis. Everybody has read this. Everybody has loved it. So I need to pick it up. And hopefully it'll be my favorite book of this year, because that's going to be hard to top my favorite book that I have as of right now. And number 6, which is the final question, is have you already started making plans for 2018? And the answer is yes, I have. I have decided that I have picked out my Goodreads goal for 2018, which I'll talk more about in a future video. I know I want to read more arcs that I get from publishers and authors, and a bunch of other stuff that, again, I will talk about in a separate video once the end of the year grows closer. So that's all I'm going to have for this video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, be sure to give a big thumbs up and subscribe if you have not already. I'll be sure to have Ariel Bassett's channel as well as the original video linked down below if you guys would like to check that out. I also have all my social media links linked down below, so my Twitter, Instagram, Goodreads, and blog are always linked down below if you guys would like to follow me on any of those. And with all that being said, I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day, and I will see you soon for another video. Thanks for watching. Bye!